Hello. Rates of income tax. Assessment year 2020-21. Income tax rates in case of individual. In case of individual, we tax his income on the basis of slab rates. Okay. For the income tax rates purposes, we have divided individuals into three categories. The first category is of the individuals, both male as well as female, those who are below 60 years of age. They make our first category. The second category is of senior citizens. That means those males and females, those individuals who are 60 years or more, but so far has not attained 80 years of age. We call this category senior citizens. Then we have this third category, which we call super senior citizens or very senior citizens. In this category, individuals of 80 years or more, they come in this category. Okay. So for income tax rates purposes, we got these three categories with us. Right. Now I would tell you the slab rates first, which are applicable on the first category. Okay. This is number one. Individuals below 60 years. Okay. Please note that the slab rates I am going to write down here. Okay. The same slab rates would also be applicable in case of non-residents, irrespective of their age, in case of HUF, in case of AOP, BOIs, and also in case of other judicial persons. Okay. Even though I am talking only about individuals here, but I am telling you that the slab rates which are applicable for individuals below 60 years of age, the same slab rates are applicable for all non-resident individuals, irrespective of their age. Also, the same slab rates applies for HUF, Hindu Undivided Family, also AOP, BOI and other judicial persons. The same slab rates which are applicable for below 60 years of individuals, the same slab rates are applicable for non-resident individuals of any age, for HUF, for AOPs, for BOIs and for any other judicial person. Got it? Now the slab rates are this. On first, rupees 2.5 lakhs. No rate, no tax. No rate. Nil. This we don't require to write here. On first rupees 2.5 lakhs of TI of the SSC, TI means total income. Nothing, no rate, nil. And that is why we call this the basic exemption limit. This is called the maximum amount of income which is not chargeable to tax is called the basic exemption limit. So for an individual who is below 60 years of age, his basic exemption limit for the assessment year 2021 is 2.5 lakhs. This is called the basic exemption limit. Okay. Now, on next, or I would give you in terms of slabs. From 2,50,001 to rupees 5 lakhs, the rate is 5%. The rate is 5%. Okay. Then from 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakhs, the rate is 20%. Okay. Anything above 10 lakhs, then it is the rate of 30%. Okay. These are slab rates for individuals below 60 years of age. For non-resident individuals, irrespective of their age. For HUF, for AOP BOIs, and also for other judicial persons. Okay. Now, how to read these slabs? How to apply these slabs? This is the main question, how to apply these slabs. Okay. I am taking an example here. Let us suppose that our SSC is Mr. X, say 40 years of age. Okay. And his TI is say 7 lakhs. Now, how to apply these slabs on the income of 7 lakhs, right? The first point is the first 2.5 lakh rupees, they come under basic exemption limit, hence there would not be any tax on them. No tax rate is to be applied. So what we are going to write on first 2.5 lakh rupees, on first 2.5 lakhs, no rate, no tax. Okay. Now apply the second slab. This slab says that the income which is in between 2,50,001 up to 5 lakhs, the slab rate is 5%. Okay. That means on next 2.5 lakhs, where from I derived this 2.5, this is the amount which got covered under this slab. 5 minus 2,50,000 rupees, this slab covers 2,50,000 rupees. Okay. So on next 2.5 lakhs, the rate is 5%. So apply 5% on 2.5 lakhs. So this would come to 12,500. Okay. 10% of 2.5 lakhs would be 25,000. So half of it is 12,500. Now apply the next slab. Please see, so far you have taken care of 2.5 plus 2.5. 5 lakh rupees of income you have already taken care of. The SSC's total income is 7 lakhs. That means still on rupees 2 lakhs you need to work out the amount of tax. For that you need to apply the slab rate, because that 2 lakh rupees, the remaining 2 lakh rupees, they are falling under this slab. Okay. So the slab rate here would be 20%. So we would write it like this: on the balance of 2 lakhs, okay, the rate applicable would be 20%. Please see, 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2, 7 lakhs. Full TI is taken care of. And on the balance of 2 lakhs, the rate is 20%. Apply 20% on 2 lakhs, this would be 40,000. Okay. That means the total tax becomes here 52,500. Okay. This is how you are going to apply these slabs. Let's take one more example. Let us suppose that the income, the TI of the same SSC is say 12 lakhs. Because here when the TI is 7 lakhs, you have not even reached to this, the last slab. Okay. So now I am taking a TI of 12 lakhs. How to work it out now? Again, the same procedure. On first 2.5 lakh rupees, nil, no tax, because it is the basic exemption limit. Now, on next 2.5 lakhs, again, the rate would be 5% and the amount would be 12,500. Okay. Now here, because the TI was just 7 lakhs, so we took the balance of 2 lakhs. Okay. But here in this case, the full slab has got only 5 lakh rupees. Our SSC has got a TI of 12 lakhs. That means in his case, the entire slab would be applicable. On next 5 lakhs, here this is written on the balance of 2 lakhs. Now we would write on next 5 lakhs. On next 5 lakhs, the rate is 20%. So the amount would be 1 lakh. Okay. On next 5 lakhs. Why we have taken 5 lakhs here? Because here the TI of the SSC is 12 lakhs. Okay. And so far we have taken care of only 2.5 here, which is the basic exemption limit. Further 2.5 which attracts 5% rate, and then next 5 lakhs which attract 20%. 5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5, 10 lakh rupees of TI has been taken care of. Okay. So what is left? Still 2 lakh rupees. We need to, on balance of 2 lakhs, because already you have taken care of 10 lakhs, so the balance is 2 lakhs. Now on balance of 2 lakhs, the rate would be 30%. So 30% on 2 lakhs comes to 60,000. Got it? Now please make a total of it. This would be 1 lakh plus 60 and 12,500. 1 lakh 72,500. This becomes the tax amount by applying the slab rates. Got it? This is how you are going to apply the slab rates. Okay. Now let's come to the second category of individuals, which is in case of senior citizens. And senior citizens 60 years or more. Senior citizens 60 years or above. Okay. 60 years is included as being a senior citizen. The slab rates for this category is on first rupees 3 lakhs. Their basic exemption limit is 3 lakhs. Nothing. 3 lakh is the basic exemption limit for senior citizens. On from 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs, the rate is 5%, same. Okay. The only difference is here this slab starts from 2.5 lakhs, whereas here this starts from 3 lakh 1. Let me write it this way only. From 3 lakh 1 to 5 lakhs. Okay. The next slab is from 5 lakhs 1 to 10 lakhs. The rate would be 20%. And above 10 lakhs, the rate is 30%. Okay. So the only difference here is of this slab starts here from 3 lakhs 1, whereas it was from 2.5 lakhs in case of individuals below 60 years of age. Okay. Now if we apply the slab rates, these slab rates on this income 7 lakhs and 12 lakhs, what would be the difference? Let us see. Here in this case where the TI is 7 lakhs, on first 3 lakhs, please see, on first 3 lakhs, no rate, no amount of tax. On next 2 lakhs, because the second slab goes up to 5 lakhs. So here it would be only 2 lakhs. So on next 2 lakhs, the rate is 5%. 5% on 2 lakhs comes to 10,000. Okay. Then this is 7 lakhs. Already taken care of 5 lakhs. On next 2 lakhs, the rate is 20%. So this is 40,000 rupees, 20% on 2 lakhs. So the slab rate, when you apply the slab rate, the amount of tax comes to 50,000 rupees. Whereas if the person is below 60 years on the same level of TI, he is paying 52,500. Okay, got it? If the TI is 12 lakhs, then same, initial 3 lakh rupees, nothing, no tax. On next 2 lakhs, it would be 5% and the same 10,000 rupees of amount here. Then on the next, here up to here, 5 lakhs have been taken care of. On next 5 lakhs, the rate is 20%. So this comes to 1 lakh. Okay, and the balance of 2 lakhs, 30%. This is 60,000. So in case of senior citizen, the tax amount by applying the slab rates here is 1,70,000, whereas for a regular individual who is below 60 years of age, 1.7250, 1,72,500. Okay, here it is 1,70,000. So the tax impact is comparatively lesser on senior citizen in comparison to an individual who is below 60 years of age. Now the third category is of super senior citizens or very senior citizens. (80 years or above). 80 years or above. Okay. Now please see, the basic exemption limit for super senior citizens is 5 lakhs. So on first rupees 5 lakhs, nil, because this is the basic exemption limit for super senior citizens. Now on an amount which could be 5 lakh 1 up to 10 lakhs, the rate is 20%. Okay. Above 10 lakhs, it is 30%. These are the rates applicable on super senior citizens who are 80 years or more. Okay. Now, if we apply the point that this SSC is of an age which is say 85 years, that means he is now super senior citizen. In that case, what would be the tax amount on 7 lakhs and on 12 lakhs? Let us do it. In case the TI is 7 lakh of a senior citizen, on first 5 lakhs, this is nil, no tax, because it is their basic exemption limit. Then next 5 lakhs, the rate is, here the TI is only 7 lakhs. So balance 2 lakhs, the rate would be 20%. So this comes to 40,000. So 40,000 is the amount of tax by applying the slab rates applicable to super senior citizen. See, for a super senior citizen at a level of TI which is 7 lakhs, the slab rate tax comes to 40. Whereas in case of senior citizen, it is 50. In case of a person, an individual below 60 years of age, it is 52,500. The least impact is on super senior citizen. The highest impact is on an individual below 60 years of age. Now, if the TI is 12 lakhs, then in that case, first 5 lakhs, nothing. The next 5 lakhs, The next 5 lakhs, 20% of rate, so it comes to 1 lakh. Okay, and balance of 2 lakhs, 30% is the rate. This is 60,000, so total becomes 1,60,000 here. Okay, for senior citizen it was 170. For super senior citizen this comes to 1.6 lakhs only. Okay, now you know how to apply the slab rates. These are 3 different slab rates for 3 different categories of individuals. The first category, individuals below 60 years. Second category, individuals 60 years or above but below 80 years. Anybody who attained the age of 80 would be called super senior citizen. Okay, now let me tell you one thing here. Let us suppose that somebody, his birth date is say 1st of April. Okay, your SSC, if at any point of time during the previous year he touches 60 years of age, okay, he would be called a senior citizen. Maybe on the very last day of the previous year, if he is touching the age of 60, right, he would be called, or he would be treated as a senior citizen for the entire year. Okay, and then on that person, on that individual, the senior citizen slab rates would get applied. Okay, now please try to understand this. If somebody has got the birth date, say 5th of May, okay, next year on 5th of May, he would say that, okay, this is my birthday, and today on this date I have become, or now my age is say 16 years or say 17 years. Okay, whereas when it comes to deciding about a financial year or an accounting year, our financial year and accounting years, it always start from 1st of April and they come to an end on 31st of March. We never say that our year starts from 1st April and goes up to 1st April of the next year. No, we say that it starts from 1st April and next year 31st March it comes to an end. Okay, now please see, your assessment year we are talking about is 2021. That means your relevant previous year is 2019-20. 2019-20 means from 1st April 19 to 31st March 20. Okay, now I am asking you something, and it is, let us suppose that someone has a date of birth of 1st of April, okay, 1960. 1st of April 1960. Okay, tell me on what date, on which date he would be of exactly 60 years. Think about it. I'm asking that if somebody has got a date of birth of 1st of April 1960, when he would touch 60 years of age. Why I am raising this question? If the 60 years come on 1st of April 2020, okay, that means this date does not fall under this previous year. Okay, but if you say that even though the date of birth is 1st April 1960, but he is completing 60 years of age not on 1st April 2020 but on 31st of March 2020, then in that case this date definitely falls under your relevant previous year. And then he would become a senior citizen right in this previous year, and for assessing the TI of this previous year, we are going to apply the slab rates applicable for senior citizens. Okay, so I raised the question whether in this particular year he would be treated as a senior citizen or not if the date of birth is this. Okay, now let me give you the answer. Okay, and there should not be any confusion about it. The answer is, even if the date of birth is 1st of April, on 31st of March 20, he is completing his 60 years. Okay, don't go by the fact that you celebrate your birthday on the date on which your birthday falls. Okay, so if X's birthday date is say 5th of May, okay, next year on 5th of May he would say that yes, today I have completed this many years, now I am of this age, he would say like this. Okay, but I am telling you, as a commerce student, I mean, this would be very easy to remember, because accounting year, financial year, we always start our years with on 1st of April and they come to an end on 31st of March. We never take them up to 1st of April of the next year. Okay, so the same set of, I would say, rule you can apply even in the case of even in the case where you are trying to work out the age of a person here. Getting me? Okay, so please note that even if the person has got this date of birth of 1st April 1960, on 31st of March 2020, he would be of 60 years of age as per income tax. As per income tax in this context. Okay, and for this previous year, the slab rates applicable to a senior citizen would be applied on that person. Okay, now so far we have studied only the slab rates and how to apply the slab rates. Okay, merely by applying the slab rates you would not come to the final tax liability of the SSC. The amount of, these amounts which we worked out, these are simply the amount when you applied the slab rate. I cannot say that this is the amount of tax the SSC would have to pay, because on this amount there are further certain things. Okay, surcharge may be applicable in certain cases. Okay, certain cases would attract the rebate under the under 87A. Okay, and then there would be cess also applicable on this amount of tax, including the surcharge if any. Okay, so here in this session I have covered only and only the slab rates applicable for the three categories of individual, and how to read the slab rates, how to apply the slab rates. It is not the final tax liability of the SSC. The final tax liability of the SSC would come when you would know, when you would apply the 87A rebate if the TI of the SSC is up to 5 lakhs. If the TI is exceeding a particular limit, then you need to apply surcharge also, and after that you need to apply the cess on the amount which is the tax as per the slab rates plus surcharge. On that amount you need to apply the rate of cess. Then the final figure would be of the tax amount which the SSC should pay to the income tax authorities. In between, when I say surcharge, please note, when I say surcharge, with surcharge there is one more term, and very important term, we call it marginal relief. Okay, surcharge and marginal relief, these are the two terms which go hand by hand, side by side. Okay, so today in this session Do not think that you now know how to work out the tax liability of a person. No. This session, you only know what are the slab rates and how to apply the slab rate. That's it. Okay. The rebate, surcharge, then the marginal relief, and after that the health and education cess. These 4 things still are remaining. We need to study them, but I would give you all the 4 things in the next session, right? This session, as I said, now you know the slab rates applicable to all the 3 categories of individual, okay, and how to apply the slab rates on any given amount of TI. I am concluding the session now. Thank you.